to a sticky thought. And I want you to hold on to this thought, because imagine if your ideal customer was a wizard. I mean, imagine the stories that you can tell and what you can sell with those stories. So I'm going to share with you today a little case study on here's what I did 100 years ago. And it's all about a company called Shop the Shops. Now, originally, when we launched, we being my hubby and I, we were Retail Works, and we changed the name to Shop the Shops. And this was, if you can believe it, hold on to your shorts, 26 years ago. So that's before the Google, and that's before Facebook, and before PayPal, and we created Canada's first online shopping center. And we had to come up with a campaign that could launch our little online venture, and we had to sell the retailers to get on the venture with us. So we had a number of companies. We had Benetton, if you can believe it, from back in the day. We had a kite store. We had a blue jean company. We had a little company that made baby shoes for, if you can imagine, babies. And we called it Shop the Shops, when you can around the clock shopping. Experience the convenience of online shopping at Canada's internet shopping mall, the one-stop click for name brand merchandise. Now, you got to understand, 26 years ago. Now, 26 years ago, they claimed that online shopping wasn't going to be so successful, that it really wasn't going to change the game. And we created this online shopping venture with the idea that it would be launched with a little nuance that we called, a little monkier that we created called entertainment. So entertainment was a fusion, or is a fusion, of multiple traditional entertainment media within an internet site that offers a primetime audience, habituating content and enticements to shop, and offers advertisers effective, measurable branding venues. It's an online entertainment medium that revolutionizes advertising on the internet with entertainment, entertainment, and advertisement. So you put those together, and we came up with this great little monkier that we call entertainment. Now, if you think about this in today's marketplace, and you really embrace this notion of an ideal customer and turn them into a wizard, there's kind of some exciting things that can unfold. So let me just share with you what that is. So what we did was we created a series of personal shoppers. And for those of you in the retail market space, if you do not know who your ideal customer is, this is something that you can't do, because you've got to have an idea of who your ideal customer is. Now, because we were a shopping mall with multiple different retailers, we had to come up with a whole bunch of personal shoppers. And as you can see, the one on the far left are babies. They're going right up to old folks here. Now, old folks can be somebody who's 25 and acts old, or it can be somebody who's 60 and really, acts like a 40-year-old. So this demographic and psychographics in terms of how you label your customer is really all about how you imagine they imagine themselves. So you really do have to do a bit of research here. And this is something that we have some great fun doing. But when you can start putting a profile on your ideal customer, then you can start crafting some really fun stories. So we took our son and we turned him into one of the little avatars or ideal shoppers. And we created a bunch of advertising. Now, here we are as a Retail Works, but as I say, they're the same company. We just later changed its name to Shop the Shops. But we had kites and puppets. We had a company called Please Mom, a company called Benetton, which you may remember from the late 90s. So I'm saying 26 years ago. And we crafted this little letter, and we advertised in magazines, a business in Vancouver newspaper. We did quite a bit of physical advertising. We said, "Dear Nana." So the letter was written to Buzz's grandparents, all out of time, and the big day is getting closer. I found a great way to fill Buzz's birthday wishes. So it was me writing this letter to his grandparents. Go to Retail Works online shopping site and enter Buzz's name in their gift registry, and you'll see a whole list of stuff that he'd like. So when you create your ideal audience, your ideal customer, then you can start imagining stories about what they might like and creating gift registries. So then we went on to say with this kite shop, what if you took a look at this and said, welcome to Retail Works Online Shopping Center. This is a kite with my dad's face on it, and we're going to fly it. But I have to wear big boots on my feet because Dad really gets teed off when I fidget and get carried away. So this was an idea about Dad doing some golfing because we had some golf clothes that Dad could wear, getting teed off, and boots for Buzz, and a kite that they could have fun with. So we had a kite store. We had like some ideas that you can start planting these seeds and crafting these crazy little stories. But then we had some real fun when Christmas rolled around, and we said, what if we take one of these personal shoppers and we call her Debbie? And we said, Debbie does Christmas. So shop in the rain and shop in the crowds, or let Debbie be your personal shopper for all your Christmas gifts at Retail Works. We're open 24 hours a day, every day, and we're just seconds away from your home or office, and we can deliver anywhere. Create a virtual Christmas list or plan a shopping trip during your coffee break. Collect frequent shopper points and enter here to win the contest for Shop for Free this Christmas at BC's newest shopping center. So BC is British Columbia, which is where we live. And we had some great fun creating gift registries and shopping for all of these personal shoppers. And then we went on to say, well, what if we go back to this advertisement, this idea about entertaining and getting people to laugh? And we did Debbie invites you to do it with your friends. So in other words, shop with your friends. And then here are just some little images of the series of different characters that were other shoppers or shopping avatars. And Debbie did it with her friends. And Debbie did it in an hour. And Debbie can do the shopping for you and leave more time for the carols. So this was some great fun to do with personal shoppers. And you can do this too, but you have to be able to figure out who is your avatar. You have to be able to figure out who you're talking to. And quite frankly, you have to think about doing it differently. So in other words, you need to come to terms with who your audience is. First and foremost, you've got to define who that target audience is. And I hate the word target because I think it's more like your ideal customer. Who do you want your ideal customer to be? What kind of problems can you help that ideal customer solve? And when you think about how you do that, then you can start crafting these wonderful little stories. And think about this system of entertainment, about engaging, enticing, and entertaining to enrich, enlist, enthrall, endure, engulf, and enjoy. So this begs the question that I ask of each of you. You cannot say everyone is my customer, because by doing that, you've lost your ability to hone down on what kind of problems your offer can solve a specific ideal customer. So when you think about how to do this, I ask you, who do you buzz? And how can you embrace a system like entertainment in your business? And once you do this, your content becomes so much easier to craft, so much easier to build, because you know specifically who you're talking to. So if you've got any questions about how to put this all together and try to figure out who do you buzz and how can you attract them with your entertainment, let's get connected. We're going to do some stuff. I'm creating a little program that's going to launch in the next little while, and everybody can take advantage of it. So I'd love to have you join me in this little process about figuring out who do you buzz, so that you can end up turning your ideal customer into a wizard too. Take care, folks. Hope I got some sticky thoughts rolling around in your brain and thinking about, how do you build a story? How do you build your content? How do you talk to your ideal customer? And if you don't know who that ideal customer is, it makes your conversations very difficult. So think about getting more informed about who your ideal customer is. What do they look like? And how can you have some fun with them? Take care, folks. See you next Tuesday. Bye for now. Oh, and if you got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you're curious about this little program, let's get in touch.